Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to another NBA2k Sports, and we are back to do it again as me, Son of Beast, and I'm MePhone, and we are back for it again for our new season of NBA2k23. New game, new beginnings, next on 2K Sports. Hello everyone, glad to be back here with you for another part of the NBA 2K Sports. With me and MePhone, this is Season 7. That's right, and we have never been up here to your room lately since the last couple seasons here, from Season 2 of NBA 2K18 and Season 4 here of NBA 2K20. Yep, that is right, because we're back here to do it again for another part of a season. Since the past 5 seasons here, after a discontinuation of the run for Chris Sonic Guy, this one will be Son of Beast, taking over from in between the range and will be ready for a liftoff. That is right. It looks like the 2022 is like, wow, flying fast already. How can you expect that when it's flying so quick? Well, the best part of the year was the NJSIAA of the men's basketball, the boys' high school basketball of the Marble Mustangs that beat against the Trenton Central. So that was the best memory that I have went to the game so far, and great win here so far for the first time ever here for my veteran of Marlboro High School. But it seems like, will Marlboro do it again for the second time? Well, there could be tough questions out there. We may never know what will happen. So with that being the point, it is time for a new selection as we're about to start off with the first game of the night. The first game that we are about to do is the New York Knicks, as they will be playing up here to go to Memphis to play against the Grizzlies. The first game of the night. That is correct. This one is going to be turning out to be just nobody has ever seen the players swap from team to team. And without Steven Adams from the Pelicans, he has now made a trade-off here. Since last season, he was able to do the Pelicans, but he has decided to refuse that the contract was supposed to be sticking. But now, this wound up to be on Memphis Grizzlies side. That is true. And here are the starting lineups as we are going through by the order. Right now, Jalen Brunson has already made a trade off to Memphis Grizzlies to the New York Knicks. And sometimes with that one, Jalen Brunson from the Dallas Mavericks has been traded off to the New York Knicks, with Evan Fournier still on a team that was currently traded last season. RJ Barrett looking good for him, also with Julius Randle. And of course, the trade off to the Houston Rockets is Isaiah Hartenstein. Here's your take for your Memphis Grizzlies, Son of Beast. Ja Morant, still a great professional player with Desmond Bain, Dylan Brooks, Santi Aldama, and Steven Adams. And as for, well, Jaren Jackson Jr. is not playing with us with the Grizzlies anymore. So sad to hear, because there are lots of new changes in between from the matchups in between. That is right. Let's take you down to the first game of the night at the FedEx Forum for the first game opening tip-off here of NBA 2K23. And with this game, it's about to happen here right from off from the bus. And you look at that uniform, they are ready to take things on. Greetings from Memphis of the Tennessee. The FedEx Forum is bringing up to a Grizzlies at the Rumble. And they are taking on against the New York Knicks here for the first game of the night. And with our standby reporter is Allie LaForce here on the sideline. Here's Allie.
Well, guys, the Grizzlies are an elite team, but also one of the league's youngest. John Morant said, quote, "We're just getting started. Everybody's ultimate goal is to win a championship. We've just got to make sure we're laying brick by brick each day to get better. And at the end, we'll build an empire." Brian?
No sure about that one there, but that's great to hear. With the starting groups of the five, John Morant against Jalen Brunson in a point guard position. R.J. Barrett along with Dylan Brooks in a small forward position. Then across from here we have is Aldama. Here off to take on another player to go from the head-to-head matches. Tom Thibodeau. He is his second season with the New York Knicks of his career, and he has definitely had finished his last season for the first coach for the first time. Now this is his second season for this season, and this one's going to be a very tough one to get over. The ball's up, and the Adams taking a win here for the Grizzlies. We start with the ball all fueled up and ready to go. Here are the courtesy from the starting lineups here. Morant on against the other player. Then it's Brooks. Over to Aldama. And then across back from here is we are bringing some of one of the better players, Steven Adams. And Bane from the other hand of the right. We talked about Bane here before because at this point, he's making a great plays here in this drive. But somehow, however, the player on the other end has to try to deflect it off and try to take it over again. On the other hand is Brunson on Morant. Then across from here is Fournier on Bane. Then, again, Aldama here on Julius Randle. Then it is another one that we call for, Hardenstein on Adams. And finally, reaching off here into the pointer off from the other angle is Brooks against Barrett. Brunson with the rebound. A double-man defender and couldn't make the rebound. He's tough on that one here because both better players have a better understanding to take their technology out there. They need help. Here's Morant. What a slam! Finishes down on the other hand and makes a dunk. With that Morant, you call that one a big drive. A setup with the dunks. Morant's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Brunson on the other hand, after last season playing with the Dallas Mavericks, here from the upper game. And this one has turned out to be a grappling crusher here for Brunson. He's turning out to be just player on the eyes on keep. Help this team making the playoffs position here from the first through the Western Conference Finals. And however, he made a great tally to make that run. Nice shot here in from the corner of the elbow for Fournier. That's his first bucket. Morant on different setup of the screen. To Aldama. Right back over to Morant. Morant dish off to Bane. Bane back to Morant. With another one. Whoa! Do you see that? That is insane. What's that one is the 360 drive. That turned out to be a jump ball over the place. He is like flying on his hand. What a spin move. And that was a courtesy of the Mobile One drive. What a stunning finish. Brunson, a defensive breakdown has picked up. And another handoff goes to Brunson. That picks up a second bucket of the night. Grizzlies still in the lead by 2. Brooks on the other hand, taking over on the other hand, over right on Barrett. Now face off to Bane. Bane switches off to Brooks. Brooks inside, makes the drive, and another basket goes in for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're all calling for drives. Drive-ins are definitely better, but if you can't make the drive up for the reverse or go forward, you might need to get over to try that one once more to get a better rate. Another miss here for New York. Julius Randle hasn't picked up the first buckets here for this one. But this time, however, he is looking for another one to get over it. Coming up with the loss against Boston, a free throw percentage here was 64. And a lot of rebounds here is picked up by 8. There are so many defenders out there because at this point that the Grizzlies can try to like attack it and then go right for the free throw. They got a little average out there in between the zones. They can try to keep this up over with and go right around the back. First free throw coming up here for Ja Morant after the foul has been picked up on New York with their first team foul. Morant is the only guy, he really loves his effort. He really likes to be the head man of a player here with the Grizzlies team. First free throw went off too short. A new changeup here for New York and for the Grizzlies. 3 players come off the court, and subbing in is Derrick Rose, quickly Toppin. And on the other hand here, as they did the same thing, 3 players come off. Tillman, Roddy, and Conchar are checked in. Second free throw is good. That will be 1 out of 2 free throws for Morant. Here's Rose. Face off to Quickly. Quickly looking around, finding a bounce pass to Randall. Over Tillman. Rebounded by Toppin. Toppin makes the first bucket here, and that is the first rebounder of the night. When you talk about Toppin out there, you could definitely go over for the top end of the angle. If you calling that one here, a bigger layup than that one. Going over defenders are definitely that same. Roddy, look out here below, but that will be covered up by Randall. Barrett for 3. First 3-pointer can't hit the mark. And another miss here by New York. With under 2 minutes to play, 9-6 is their score. Tillman right over to Conchar. Now swings back to Tillman. Tillman riding back to Conchar. Free for Morant. It's rebounded by Tillman. Brooks comes here to do it again. It's rejected by Quickly. Here's Rose, 1-on-1, alley-oop, and oh, Toppin took it down, deliver fast. What a great play-out drive. With Derrick Rose, he's been picked up a ball right out of his hand. And definitely up over from the other angle, Toppin over it, and make the alley-oop successful. Brooks around the other angle for sure, and that was Brooks' second bucket of the night. Field goal percentage are turning big and square to 63 to 36. A lot of tough angles out there. Might need to keep it moving. Randall trying to fight back with the rebound, but it's taken over by Tillman. He slings over to Tillman. Screen comes in now. Inside, what a pass play! What a drive for Roddy! Roddy's got a good run of feeling here, and a great movement out there to make the ball easier to go over from out. Barrett for 3. Another miss by 3-pointer for New York. And on the other hand, Morant makes a triple out here on the line. It's still a 2-pointer, but he hasn't picked up a 3-pointers yet. Still close range, but great open shot. Quickly back to Rose. Quickly for 3. Missed that one in range. Picks it up by Conchar. Great play bounding with the just play movements out there. They're giving a good one. We'll be credit one. 5 seconds to play. Tillman looking for a buzz beater. And doesn't make the shot in time. That's the end of the first quarter with the Grizzlies 15 and Knicks 8. They lead by 7. We'll take a quick break and we will come back after this. The second quarter coming back in for the game as we are about to make its way to a starting moment here of the opening night tip-off. This really has to turn things out because the last one was turning to be a terrific season here for the Grizzlies to advance. A hard impact on that point, but a better accumulation to make a great team effort. And to go back to 1-by-1 is a very tough one to go right in between the heads of the matchup. Very tough run, but worthy credit runs are totally the same. Fournier up again. And a solid defensive effort here on the Grizzlies. Bain works his way around to Lavaria. Lavaria back to Bain. Now swings to Conchar. New switches here for the Grizzlies. 6 to shoot. Free for Bain. Good! That's outside the range here. First 3-pointer of the night. A great open setup point, get your feet set, and get your buckets ready. And there you go, a swish has released. Hardenstein on Clark. Moves back over to Brunson. Screen on the way. Toppin for 3. reaches up and misses again. Lavaria takes his first rebound here of the game. Jones back to Lavaria. Now Conchar on Fournier. Clark lost the ball. Hartenstein takes it away. Knocked the ball out of his hand. You can't get away with it. And Toppin will pop it in for number 2 as Brunson with the assist. They are trailing by 8. Jones, dish off to Lavera. Lareva, Jones with the layup. Good! Jones with the layup drive, and it goes right back where he has one. He's definitely on a great side of the angle, because you can tell that one here, they've already got a great set of an angle off the footers. They're off to a great start. Quickly, up with the look, count the bucket and 1 as Bain takes his first personal. That'll be their first team foul for Memphis Grizzlies. Stop the clock at 4:08. And that's the problem on the defenders out there. Because Quickly was already in this good run, he can't make the run to go right back to an attack. That really did stun him up a bit, and that will be a great resilience to try to take it away from the team. They have to get over from the other players to try to work it around through and go back again. Quickly makes a free throw. Here's Jones. Only scored 2 points in this game, the first bucket of the night. Jones, this is off to Lavaria. Lavaria back over to Jones. Swings over to Bain. Step back, fades, back to Jones. 5 to shoot. Need to make the shot, but quick. Up with the shot. Clark. And a tough defenders out there. What a great stop. Coming up at the last season here, a big loss against Miami Heat. A tough one to bring out a resilience, though, from Jimmy Butler and the team. They know about that one because they were a very close call there about from the last season of the game. This really has to turn out to be a one-time roughness score that really has to turn things out. What a great bucket and 1 drive here for Jones. And for this one, the moment important, but the Miami Heat has already been streaking things on a run. They're the tough teams who are trying to advance the score, and they are really the tough teams that try to push their way through. New changes here coming in for the Memphis Grizzlies. As right now checking in, 1 player will check in as Alabama, I should say. And 1 shot coming up for Jones. He did hit the 1 throw, but only made 2 buckets to make it okay. Quickly, wow, that spin move. And the ball will go out of bounds as this will stay back in pit for New York, which is only 3:15 left to go. Here's Hartenstein. Fighting the battle, Brunson. A great feed off by Hartenstein with the assist. Jalen Brunson with another bucket. That's really a good move here. Inside, you can't let the man try to get over around you if they can try to take defenders away. And that's another drive-in score by Mobile 1. Open look. Hey! He couldn't make it that time and lost the ball again as Hartenstein takes another rebounding off the angle of the Memphis. Brunson swings Fournier free. Free baller off again. Hartenstein delivering it back already, and they're pushing P in the game. They're really calling for that one here. They need to call for help. Adams on Hartenstein. Swings back to Jones. Jones trying to make a move out of it. Back to Lavaria. 5 to shoot. Aldama up. Makes a bucket score. And hits the backboard, and that's Vic's first bucket of the night. With 2 minutes left to play. And a timeout has been released on New York. They are talking things over right now. They are just going to make this thing a one lucky moment out there. They are tough to be here. And to talk about this one here for last season, the New York Showdown. This one's definitely to turn things out over in between for the very first time. From the game that we are calling for here, as the Nets already made a great game here in between from the Madison Square Garden and of course at Barclays Center. How does it really take you with one of the top teams to try to advance with their score highlights? Well, there might be a lot of the tougher ways I was going to keep eyes on and control here, Meat Phone. They were tough, they're pretty strong, a lot of great moment out there. I mean, their bigger drive is like turning things off to a one motion game in between. I'm telling you this one here because they are a very tight team, and I'm definitely never going to ask of who I was going to make that one a good play. Moment drives, they have lots of strategy in between, but great defense is always popping in here by. They're really that tough that they can try to knock through it and go right back with the flow. New changes for the team here of the Knicks, and as for right now, as for with the Knicks here on offense, and a new defensive still keeps the same. Toppin to Barrett. Now swings to Rose. Derrick Rose upward over to Randall. He takes his time, but he loses his shot on momentum. Rebounding of this game has turned out to be 11 for Memphis and 9 for New York. Off the rebound only has 5 and 2 in the other hand. They're very tough. You can't let it hard to get to deny over your score. 5 to shoot. Almost taken away. Brooks with the shot. Unable to make the free throw range out of their sight. Rose up. 3 for Quickly. That's good. First three-pointer here for Quickly, and Rose with the assist. They're down by 2. Look hard, look out, because they are tough, and they're coming back. Moran up back to Aldama. Over back to Moran. Makes a screen, holds it through, and free second is to call on Adams. That will be on New York ball with a turnover on Memphis. That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to stay in the paint, because if you're in there, that will call the free second rule, and you're going to need to try to make some new changes out there, and that will also cause the defensive free second call with the technical free throw. 45 seconds to play. Toppin to look for a tying game run in his first career appearance. Wow! Look at that move. That was turning out to be a quick, unstoppable run. Their tough teams are just turning things big. They're strong, they're mighty, they can't let you leave that down if you want to stop one. Aldama back over to Moran. Turns it over quickly. 20 seconds left to play. Looking over is Barrett. And Randall up. And a foul is called on Aldama. His first personal. And a Memphis second team foul. Stops the clock in 13 seconds. Julius Randle was able to take his own time ability. And he was right on it. He was already open. Looking some big leads in this moment. New changes are being revealed here. After the first free throw will be coming in for Julius Randle. Hasn't picked up his first 2 points of this game, but wants to go big here. First free throw hits in. Now new changes are being revealed here for Memphis as 4 players checked out. Aldama will switch it over again as Rodney Tillman Brooks and Conchar are checked in. Second free throw for Randall is good. 10 seconds. Here's Brooks. Rolls over to Roddy. And lost the ball again. And this one will have to stop the call here with just 2.3 seconds. Out of focus in the first half for Memphis. And New York going back into the lead here to lead up by 4. They were really tough that moment out there. They can't mess around. Because of that one, that was like a shocking first game that they were stealing for. First free throws in here for Quickly. Now with a change here as Roddy comes out, and right now coming back in here is Clark. And a second free throw is good for Quickly. And that's it for the first half. The game of this one turns to be a 4-point lead. It is 28-24. Let's take you down here on the court side by Allie LaForce.
I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau, and Coach, you battled back from that early deficit. What changed for this team?
Well, we play better defense, and then we were able to get good shots, quality shots, but we have to play defense.
I know you pride yourself on that area of the game. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie. Stick around later. Halftime is up, and then the second half. Let's have a first half look here in between the top team, New York and Memphis. First half highlights of the statistics are on the board. And that should do here. Time to send you back to the FedEx Forum to start the second half. See you all on the court side. Welcome back to the FedEx Forum as we're about to start the third quarter. A Knicks pull-in lead here for leading by 4 over the Memphis Grizzlies. And we talked about this one here quickly. He's been bringing things on with most of his player ability. Picking up here from 8 points, 1 assist, and 3 steals. He really has to turn things over because of that one. After with a lot of major assault that he was able to try to pick up for, he was already like on the move of his hand. From season 4 to season 5 and then season 6. But now, this season really is going to bring things up to pressure it all. With the start, Adams making a drive and with a layup. That bench is outscoring Grizzlies to bench by 10 for New York team. Now here's Barrett on Brooks. Finds over Brunson. Morant in the corner. Back to Fournier. Whips it up and makes a shot. That's Fournier with another bucket. And then puts it back up for Jalen Brunson with the assist. He's going to be trying to do this one here all night long. Alama shooting for 3. Almost tipped out. But it went rumble around right by the rim. Morant on Brunson. Brings over to Randall. Now he brings back to Brunson. Screen in the move. Up towards Adams deflect. And a putback in by Randall. That will be a tough one to make the call, but great defender by Steven Adams. First time out called here by Memphis Grizzlies. Only 4:46 to go in the third quarter. Really will have to tell you what they got from a lot of great athletic ability. There is something else to tell about this one, that they have really been picking things up. the tough team defenders. They're already into a great static ability, but to tell you this one, they can never try to like go with back-to-back insane scores. They really have something else to like try to like improve things up here in ability, but they want to like show who they got. And I really have to tell you that when you're in between from college basketball players to high school players, and then move their way up to the NBA players, I mean, this is a very tough one. They make the range. They really wanted to keep things up here, and they wanted to prove it right to make the ability to have it on their own. Tough teams, they're not going anywhere here for tonight, but they wanted to choose them how they wanted to get in there to try to mess it up without messing things up. New changes coming in here for the Grizzlies. As for this one, as Fournier and Quickly are checked out. Einstein quickly moves over to shooting guard. Here's Morant going again. Oh my goodness! I tell you that one. Last season, you better fly high. That's Morant Dunker. And that was an AT&T 5G slam cam. A Morant drive with the bucket score. Dunk quickly and easy. Randall on Aldama, quickly for three. It's rebounded by Adams. That's number 4 in a row for Steven Adams. He's now quickly tied up here on a number on the back of the jersey. Three-pointer for Aldama. Got it! Made that one the first three-pointer, and they're back to take it off to a 1-point settle score. Barrett up to quickly. Moving over to Hardenstein, back to Brunson. Now moves over to Randall. Over Aldama. Rebounded again by Aldama. Now it's Morant with the ball. New York Knicks are only bringing things up here for a 4-point score. That will be Julius Randle that picks up here a one personal best favorite of his all-time record to the season. And while this definitely turned out to be a play-on-play score, they really wanted to try to take things all what they really wanted to go for. Gets his first bucket to take the lead and now has 7 points here in the third quarter. What a great playmaking through. What a great stop. He does have the right measure to make through. Quickly over to Randall. Rebounded by Hardenstein. Barrett outside the triple range. That takes him away by Adams on number 5 with a rebound. Adams finds Morant. Morant, open look, and great walking drive by Bane. He's already on a great move tonight. What a great finish. That's another mobile one drive as Bane gets his number 2-point bucket score. Really onto the pace. Grizzlies fans growing loud to hit the defenders. Barrett quickly outside. Another miss by New York. They're down to 2:25 to go. And this season has been bringing up a 47 rebound percentage. They really are in a good territory with here. Really did well. Oh man, you can definitely tell that Bane was doing it again. Another great assist here by Morant. That's 7 for Bane. New York takes a secondary timeout with only 2:03 to go. 37-32, and fans are just getting things started for the opening night. What a playmaking crew. The actions are totally real. They're really liking what they've got so far. New substitute changing here on offense and defense. Right now, the number 1 for New York is bringing 3 players on, 3 players out. Rose, Toppin, and Randall has switched over to center. Now, for the other hand, as all 5 players are switching. Morant moves over to shooting guard. Toppin, this is a 3-pointer on the other hand. They're really that small, but only the alley-oops were making it successful for him. A big moment. Clark want to change things up on offense to go back with the shuttle run. Morant out for 3-point range. And that defender gets right on him. As another rebound picks up a score. Almost deflected pass. Not this time for Morant as he picks up his first rebound of the game. Yeah, Morant was already like taking the block out of him, almost rejected. But a great save has come up here quite quickly. Didn't really have it all for Derrick Rose and their team. 6 on the shot clock. Clark up with a top angle. That turned out to be a hard impact on the defender. Excellent defense here on Clark. 50 seconds to play in the third quarter. Jones flings over to Clark. They're all chanting, "Let's go Grizzlies." Conchar. Tillman inside. Foul. Count the bucket and one. Tillman. Release it. That's when you get to hear how this big shot counts from. Oh yeah, most all-time plays, Xavier Tillman, you want to bet. That really does turn out to be one time enough. As for Julius Randle with the foul on New York, they stopped the clock at 36.8 seconds. And he's out at the line shooting one. Just only a bit of range of his angle. Tough run can handle like he needs it.
Find the lane. Find the lane. Good shot.
And that will only take 2 as it didn't have enough releasemen to go from here. 48 on Conchar. Pushes off the top end. Top end back to Rose with the 2. No good for the 2-point range. Clark rolls over to Tillman. Open look, Jones, 2-point. That releases another defensive effort on Fournier. Here's Rose, foul called on Clark. That's his first team foul. A little mistake out there putting up a defensive up here. He went from body weight on him and pulled him back. He went all over him from Derrick Rose. At that point, that's going to lead to a defensive foul and put it up here with the offensive player to hit the free throw at the 2-point line. That will be a tough score to release. It's the first free throw. Both teams have 5 fouls forgiven. And right now Tillman comes off and Lavaria comes back in. Clark moves over to center. Second free throw, hits it in there. Morant on the court. Going for 3, and that ends the third quarter. A 39-34 run. Knicks trail by 5. They're looking for an upset to meet the game here in the first one. We're not sure what will happen, but we'll find out once we come back. All hands on money, all hands for you, Morant, and top players. And with the early risement, let's have a look here of the assist of the game presented by State Farm. Here's one thing where we are going to talk about that. Their tough players are turning to be exactly the same thing that does turn out to be count buckets and 1. Because of this point, the players are having a lot of a difficulty decision to make, but they found 1. So at that point, they have a 1-man opportunity range from Tillman to in the middle, and now he had it all down. Glad you are joining us here as right now the fourth quarter is about to set. All filled up and ready to go. And it was one of the courtesy in between. Tough players are always in the bound. Their tough defense and tough offense can go right in between the bound. 48 for 3. Rebounded again by Adams. That's number 7. A great look here for the open look at the ball. and then that's what you want to do. If the ball comes right at you, and if it's coming right here with a miss, you just got to grab the ball right away. That's a great offensive strategy to get over with. Wow, finishing move by John Morant. That delivers him for another 2-point victory here. 11 points. I can tell you that when Morant was already feeling pressure. Fournier, open big here, coming back right aligned. Morant wings off to Adams. Adams just up back with the Bain. Back to Morant. Screen on Adams. Around the man, and he is fouled. Hardenstein releases his second personal. Another first team foul. 16 foul here on New York. 4:43 stop the clock as John Morant hits the 2. The tough defense is on that one here for Hardenstein, was lifting him up on board. What happened with the taller man, it may be tough for them to try to go past them. Very tough range, going from offense and defense. It really has to stand in between. Morant didn't get the first free throw as this one comes off the mark. New changes here as R.J. Barrett comes in for Rose. And Fournier back to the shooting guard. The Grizzlies also making new changes. As right now, Aldama checking in for Lavera. Pecking in the pointer. That's for Morant, 12, and the number on the back of the jersey. That same here, Grind the City. That's because the Grizzlies are here. Free for Barrett. Unable to make a three-pointer connection. Morant back in for the wild run. Brooks taking a look here on the motion on offense. He finds over to Bain. 3 seconds. Brooks from elbow. Rebound by Adams. Back over to Brooks. Morant driving in. What a shot! That's 2-pointer for Morant, and that's number 14. He's really like a hot player in a handle heat. Fournier finds Hardenstein, and the foul that's made by Steven Adams. That's his second personal. And back up with 6 here for 16 foul on the Grizzlies. They're really all over us. Back-to-back insane run. Hardenstein had enough. Hardenstein delivers the first free throw. They're really onto a bigger pressure game here tonight. They are looking for a back-to-back score. Quickly is checked in for Fournier. He delivers a second free throw. Grizzlies are still up by the lead here, making the biggest moment here ever. Bain, right around the back. Moves back to Morant. Here he goes. Morant, big drive. 16 for Morant. And that's another ranging point inside. 6 on the mid-range. Quickly, Barrett for 3. Another miss by New York. Adams receives 9 rebounds. This game is turning out to be fast. He is putting up a bigger run. Adams delivering the pressure here by Aldama. And that is 6 points, his third bucket of the night. Passing down the free marker, and the timeout will be called by New York. They're really going to talk it over there, because this time puts up a defensive breakdown, not going to help. With that one, I've only seen great players in this moment. When I talk about this one here, the best highlights here from the last season to this season, and then at that point, last season of 2021 to 22, really has to turn out to be a redeeming, successful runs on their ability. since I have no recalling on this one here, how do you think this will all happen if this next season will occur? Well, there may be tough ones to be turning things by 2023 comes out, but it may be a very hard impact that one. With the score run, an ability has a lot of encouragement to get right onto their game. I'm telling you this one here, me phone, they've got a great look at opportunity range. And you can try to, can't go wrong with the tough players inbound. New changes releases here for the offense and defense. Right now, Julius Randle's back in the game. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce here once we come back here after this game is over. Quickly receive an open look feed. That's not what you wanted to do, because if you have a man on coverage, you have to try to take over anybody. Morant dishing the floor. Look open for Bain. Right to Adama. Aldama, big move. Short on the drive. That's rebounded by Julius Randle. Open look. Barrett. No connection here for 3 pointers. And it's a tough look, and oh no, it went deflected. That's tough on defenders. They can't let it get away with it. And now going back in from the floor of this one, Barrett rushing it off, and they're down by 7. Aldama to Morant. Oh my goodness! A bigger one moment here, another dunk. Adams with the assist. That is 18. Biggest momentum of the game. What a stop. I like that. Brunson hits a 3. They're rolling it back in the game right now. At around under 2 minutes left. Here's Morant. Morant goes right to Adams. Moves back to Brooks. Brooks up and over to Randle. Over Barrett, I'm sorry. And Brooks receiving a number 2-pointer. Field goals are impossible. The same thing that goes with. Randle finding a look on anybody. Barrett outside. And once again, Barrett can't make the 3. Morant, back the outside range. Finds Adams. Fades, goes back to Morant. Make new changes on a release bit. Just down to a minute left to play in the 4th quarter. Game for 2. Makes it! 2-pointer is released, and it's up by 10. They're really up to a moment right now. They really are going for it. Second to last timeout has been called by New York. Just under a minute, and a great scoring drop by in between 2 of the Grizzlies and the Knicks. Coming up here for the next game, as you will have to come back with you for another game. For this point, for the next one of the matchups here, as we will have another one. Pelicans against the Pistons here at Detroit. There might be tough ones in the range as we're looking for a Pistons win to hit back the ball game here in Detroit for a lot of courtside. In between from home and away team. There may be tough one, but maybe it could be a hard matches to go right from the flow. You just don't want to try to get right over into it, because if there's something happens to you, you're gonna get off caught on your real lifetime. That really needs to keep the pressure things on. The next commentary that will be on here, as I will be back here on the sideline, but the next one will be improving though, that it will be another one to make a huge turn-offs. As OJ will be here on the side to take it from here, and with the other crews back from here with David Aldridge. And now it's time to present your New Balance player of the game. And the New Balance player of the game goes to Jalen Brunson. I called for Jalen Brunson because that was a very tough one to try to keep the range and momentum. A great looking passes, great open shots, open 3-pointers, and reboundings have a great exhaustion. Not a tough team to be really hero. There's someone that can definitely be a hero, for sure. Brunson misses the three. Adams has 10 rebounds to 11. Now brings up to Aldua. Back to Brooks. And Morant really left to settle things up here to go for the night. Bing. Back to Morant. Up again. And now takes a drive here instead of a dunk. Morant picking up a great move with 20 points. Randall. Three-pointer. Misses out. And now here's Morant. And the team is up as the fans get loud up there. This is the toughest game that no one has ever seen. I tell you now, they are really good to play here for tonight. And that's the end of the game. First game, a completion with a 58-46 run score. The Grizzlies take a win here, and after the last season loss, it was tough to deny. Quite a story how it all turned out. They're really tough ones to come in by, but that's how you want to feel like you've never seen it. And with that one, that is the end of the first game. Without the post game of the Ali LaForce, we'll see her back again onto the court when we get over it again. Now it's time for the 3-star players of the game. For this point, I will take over first, and then you take it here next. That will be great point. What a game finish. Number 3. Here's this calls for a quick open releasement. Jalen Brunson, New Balance player of the game. Really not seeing what they're going to be looking for, but it's tough. First we have is Desmond Bane for number 3 spot. It's 11 points, 2 rebounds, and incredible moment of 6 assists in each row. That game is tough, but this really has to turn out like they did. Number 2, Son of Beast. Now for number 2 spot, this one goes to Emmanuel quickly here for 12 points. Made an attempt to take a steal of 3, and only had performed 14, and only made 1 assist here in this game. Really tough one settled, but that's all it does turn out. And back to here to you, me phone. Number 1, that was a great scoring effort. And I call you one, the head player has reduced and ready to make a living. Ja Morant, 20 points, incredible run. Awesome slam dunks here by 3. And this one turned to be a 5 assist in this game. 2 rebounds, just 20 minutes on the court. He's looking very good here, uncomfortable run here on the court side. And definitely on the court, has performed 31. Looking positive out there. Really like to see him what he can do next. And a great 360 spin drive. My goodness, that was the best play. I know, definitely talk about that one here. Plus, can't go wrong. In between from the spin 360 windmill drive into the 360 windmill slam dunk by Paul George. Yeah, that was the second one that nobody has ever seen. And if you have the calling info up there, you should go check it out of how Paul George did back from the Indiana Pacers from the other hand. So that will be it here for the first game of the night. Hope you enjoyed it. This turned out to be a 1-1 score. Tough ones always. They better believe it. With along my cast partner here, Meatphone and Silent Beast, this has been your presentation here of the NBA 2K Sports of 2K23. You can find more videos here from the previous one of the games right in the description here below, or on the calling info right up ahead. You can definitely check that one out if you'd like to go see one. In between Grizzlies against Heat and a New York showdown of the Knicks and Nets. So with that one here, stay tuned for the second game as we will have the Pelicans and the Pistons to battle for any. So with that, peace out everyone, and as for a while as the NBA 2K23 dial. Make sure to subscribe to Silent Beast, because if you don't, somebody will. So I'm watching you. And I'm on the media. Find me on Instagram and TikTok. Well, that takes care of that one here. Great job here, Silent Beast. Thank you. A great season opener. really turned out to be the best. Good night here in Memphis, and we'll see you all next time. Take care, folks. Enjoy your rest of your stay of the 2K Sports.
If you don't, somebody will.